Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 3 in our 20 from the Intellivision series, and this is a game in the franchise of Tron, and Tron was a Disney film from 1982, and it spawned a ton of games, and this is definitely one of the best ones, and this is called Tron Deadly Discs. This was created in 1982 by Mattel and Steve Sentz and Eric Wels, and it's an arena combat type of game. And here's the control overlay. You use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 buttons to direct where you're going to throw your disc at the other combatants, and you press the 5 button to use a shield to block the other enemy discs from hitting you. Now, as was the case with a number of Intellivision games, you can select your skill level or game speed by pressing 1, 2, or 3 at the title screen or the disc. And pressing 1 gives you a slow game, pressing 2 gives you a slower game, pressing 3 gives you the slowest possible game, and pressing the disc gives you the fastest game. I am going to eventually select, I think, slower game, because I'm just not really good enough at this. But what you want to do is just kill all the other combatants, and you are Tron. And we're going to look in order at 1, 2, and 3, and then disc for the game speeds. But your goal is to just destroy all the other combatants. Each of you just tries to throw your disc at the others. And it's you against 3. And fortunately, you have more strength than they do. You can take multiple hits. To start with, you can take I think 3 hits, a total of 3 hits. After 20,000 points, you can stand 4 hits, and at 100,000 you can take 5 hits. Taking hits will slow you down, and taking too many hits will kill you and the game will end. Now note that I just threw my disc at a door and turned it from blue to green. If you have I think it's 2 doors across from each other, then you can go through and reappear on the other side. And doing so will give you a little bit, or give you 1 more hit back if you lost one from being hit by the enemy's disc. Now, a blocked shot with your disc, when you press the shield button, number 5, I think that can break your shield if there's a particular combatant that has a strong disc, and there will be 1 or 2 of those types of enemies, and then you'll get a new shield in like 10 seconds, unless that warrior is destroyed. Now, when you destroy those doors, turn them from blue to green with your disc, later on, a recognizer, which is a giant robot, it will come and repair those doors, and you can destroy the recognizer for a lot of points. The game will stay at the speed you choose. It won't increase in speed later on. Let's see. If you miss with your shot, then you have to wait for your disc to come back, and in the meantime you can press the numbered keys to make it come back faster. try to go for some angular shots. The earlier enemies that are light blue, they're pretty easy to destroy and to fool with the angular shots. Yeah, you can press in any of 8 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Go for the angular shots to confuse your opponents and take them by surprise. But you'll get waves of 3 enemies, and if you can waste 3 enemies real quick, then you'll get more bonus points. The warriors are 50, then they're worth 50 more after 1,000 points, so they're worth 100 points at that point. At 2,000 they're 150, at 3,000 they're 250, at 5,000 they're 300, at 7,500 they're 500, at 10,000 they're 750, and at 15,000 they're 1,000, at 20,000 they're 1,250, at 25,000 they're 1,500, at 30,000 they're 2,000, at 40,000 they're 2,500, at 50,000 they're 3,500, at 75,000 they're 5,000, at 100,000 they're 10,000. So the further you can get in this game, the more points you can start to score. And here is the recognizer. He will appear, and to kill him you need to fling your disc right through his head when his eye is white, and you need to set it up just right. Hey, there we go. And he will try to repair those doors with a big black square, and he will send this thing after you to paralyze you. It'll just paralyze you until he's done repairing the doors, and then you can move. It's not deadly or anything, so... But if you accidentally touch the recognizer, you are automatically dead and your game is over, so stay away from him. One thing you'll definitely learn to do is to stay away from where the doors are once you kill all the enemies, because the next wave can come out of doors that are right near you and you can get ambushed right away. Yeah, you can hold down 5. Whoops. Damn it. You can hold down 5 and you'll hold your disc in place and you'll block attacks. But certain enemies might be able to break your shield, and you'll have to wait a while until you can get your disc back, about 10 seconds. Fortunately, at least early on, the enemies are easy to avoid. And like I was saying earlier, if you can get doors across from each other, then you can go through and warp to the other side, and you can get one hit back. But only once. This is why I chose the slow speed, because the enemies are throwing their discs quite a bit slower, and I'm able to move to get out of the way. Now note that we now have blue enemies, solid blue enemies. Those are a little smarter than the light blue enemies, or purple, or whatever color they are, indigo. But there will eventually be red enemies. No, maybe not red. There was purple enemies that take 2 hits. There are certain enemies that will take multiple hits, and then there is orange. They call them orange warriors, I think. They take 4 hits, and they have paralyzer sticks that can end your game. and they don't show up until you get to 1 million points. Yeah, that guy is purple down there, and he takes 2 hits to kill, and he shows up at 5,000 points. The dark blue warriors will appear at 10,000 points. And yeah, there can be different colored enemy discs. If they are blue, then when they're holding them like a shield, or no, when they hit you, they take 1 damage hit on you. When they're brown shields, they do 2 times damage. If the enemy flings white shields at you, they're homing, and they just cause 1 damage hit. One thing I didn't mention yet, returning discs are not dangerous to either you or to the enemy. It kind of seems like it should hurt, but it doesn't. And here's the next recognizer. Can I kill him too? He gives you a pretty nice bonus if you kill him. Like I said, he unjams doors, or he fixes the doors, and he sends a probe to paralyze you until he's finished. And he is deadly to touch. And yeah, destroying him gives you a nice bonus. I did not initially like this game as much as everybody else seemed to. Especially Intellivision fans were just gaga over this game. Just crazy about it. I was never super crazy about it, but the more I play, the more I can understand why they really liked it. This is a really good game. But yeah, there's the red guy that takes, or purple guy that takes multiple hits. But if you can get 2 doors across from each other, then warp through to get a hit restored. And again, the more hits you take, the slower you are. And as I mentioned earlier, while waiting for your disc to come back, hit the number keys to get it to come back faster. And try to use angles to your advantage. If you miss, you're gonna have to wait for the disc to come back to you. But yeah, the further you get in this game, the more points you can score, and you can really start to rack them up if you get pretty far. But if that recognizer appears, stay the hell away from him. Do not touch him. But try to learn how to line yourself up just right so that you can hit his eye. Yeah, when you're moving really slow, you know you're in trouble. Stay the hell away from their discs, because they can, if they gang up on you, then they can give you 2 quick hits and kill you, and your game is over. Yeah, my neighbor had this game, and I couldn't quite understand the appeal of it to begin with, but the more I've played recently, the more I can understand why people really like this. Crap. Damn it! I couldn't get used to the controls sometimes, the emulated controls, trying to emulate the keypad. Yeah, they get smarter as the game progresses. So sometimes I flung the disc in a direction I didn't mean to. I was like, damn it. Oh, yikes. Crap, I didn't mean to throw it that way. I sometimes lost a sense of where the keys are. I mapped it so it was so the 12 button pad was 1 2 3 Q W E A S D Z X C on the keyboard, and I made the action buttons like Control, Alt, and Space. And that was about the best I could make it work, because it totally did not want to work with my joypad. Yeah, work those angles. Take your opponents by surprise. With other games in the series, like Discs of Tron, the arcade game, it feels weird in this one that you can't kill enemies with a rebounding disc. I really liked that game. I thought it was really cool. And I liked the original Tron arcade game. And then, of course, there was the Tron sequel, Tron Legacy. And there were some games based on that. But yeah, as you get further on in the game, you can really start to rack up the points. And there I can go through and recover one hit. And I lost it just like that. But yeah, keep an eye on the different colored discs that they might have. And like I said, an enemy disc that's blue will just deal 1 hit point of damage. If they have a brown one, it'll deal 2 points of damage on you. If they have a white one, it'll be a homing disc, but it'll be 1 unit of damage. And here's another recognizer. Can I kill him too? Had a pretty good track record so far. But unfortunately, they enter the arena very slowly, and it'll be hard for them to reach you. Oop. Got him again. Hell yeah. But yeah, they give you a nice bonus if you kill them, especially later in the game. But you'll want to hit those doors, at least one of them. And the more you hit, the more he's going to have to spend time fixing them. And that'll give you more time to try to hit the white eye to destroy him. And again, if you got doors across from each other, then you can warp and recover 1 hit. And you get more hits later on in the game. You start out with 3, and after 20,000 you can stand 4 hits, and after 100,000 you can stand 5 hits. And the enemies are worth more points at certain point values that I mentioned earlier in the game. Yeah, there are gamers who can definitely get in the millions on this game. I'm not quite that good. But I had what I felt for me was a pretty good game at this. Got nearly I got like 400 some thousand. there were other Tron games for the Intellivision. There was Tron Solar Sailor and Tron Mesotron, and those were not nearly regarded as highly as this one. Tron Solar Sailor was one of the Intellivoice games, I think. It had a module that allowed for voice samples. But yeah, once you clear a bunch of enemies, move more towards the center of the arena so that you don't get a surprise attack from enemies coming outdoors. Whoops. Some of my throws were really clumsy. There. Yeah, when you can learn to work the angles, you can get the drop on a lot of enemies. And there's another recognizer. I think I was not able to kill it this time. Yeah, if you miss with your throw, if you hit it the wrong time when the eye isn't towards you, or if your throw is off, then your disc might just bounce harmlessly off. But yeah, he fires those black squares to fix all those doors. And there I got the paralyzing thing touch me. And since his eye isn't white anymore, I can't throw my disc at it and destroy him. And there he goes. Oh well. But yeah, if you're looking for some good Intellivision games, this is the one a lot of people will probably tell you about. Definitely check this out. It is pretty cool. But yeah, those white discs that the enemies might have, those will follow you. Those are homing discs. So it might seem like it's just harmlessly rebounding or something, but no, it can go back through you and hurt you or kill you. Yeah, he was trying to use a shield or something, but I was able to throw the disc through and kill him. You've probably seen it before, and you might have seen it just there, but yeah, you can touch the combatants and not get hurt or killed by them. Ah, crap. I know I'm in big trouble. Ah, damn it. Game over. Well, that was my best score on this game. That was Tron Deadly Discs, a game in the Tron universe for the Mattel Intellivision. But that was Tron Deadly Discs, created in 1982 by Mattel, Steve Sense, and Eric Wels. This is Crazy Clown Ray saying thanks for watching Tron Deadly Discs, game number 3 in R20 from the Intellivision series. I hope to see you soon for game number 2, winding this series down. Take it easy, everybody, and stay safe. Bye-bye.